Hey, besties out there. It is your favorite besties, Karan and Irene. How y'all doing? Guess what, y'all? We are closing out the end of season 5. Oh my God, Irene, can you believe it? It
I
has been
no,
5 seasons.
I can't believe it. I can't believe this is the end of the season.
Yes, yes, yes. And it has been a great season, besties. We hope that you all have been
Amazing.
following us and listening to all of the podcasts, watching our TikToks, watching our reels, looking at our besties, some of our favorite Fridays throughout this entire season. That was so much that we actually covered
A lot.
during this season. Yes, yes, yes. And we just want to just get on here and just give you all some highlights about this awesome time that we have had on during this season. So the name or our title for this season was Upgrade. So upgrading your entire life. And we really try to hone in on every area of your life or every area of our lives, hoping that something would have reached each and every one of you all. So we actually kicked off this season with our guest, Dr. Tiffany Jordan. Thank you so
Oh my
much, Dr.
God.
Tiffany, for coming on and talking about upgrading your life and living life without limits. Y'all, Dr. Jordan is the bomb.
That was
She is the
powerful.
bomb. Yes, 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 yes. And she gave us tons and tons of wisdom and advice in regards to how we need to live our life without limits. Or live our, yes, that's right, live
Yeah, live
our
our
life
life without
without
limits.
limits,
Yes.
taking the limits off of ourselves and taking the limits off of God. You know, a lot of times you all, we say, I can't do that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know when it's going to come through. I don't know how I'm going to able to make it. But you all, if Christ is in your life, you are able to do any and everything because he will give you the strength. And y'all, she went in on us. She went in on us.
She's a powerful woman of God. I'm telling you,
Yes,
that was the best season opener, just kicking it off with her. Because she got us together. Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, y'all, if y'all have not watched it, go out there, watch it, take notes, get all the gems, all the wisdom, all the advice that she provided to us. I believe we actually did 2 different episodes. It was a part 1 and it was a part
Yeah.
two. So, please find the time to watch those episodes.
That was good. That was good. I'm just thinking about it. And then I think it was amazing how we kicked it off with Tiffany Jordan, but we came right back with Dr. Felicia Owens with
Yes.
upgrading your mindset. Because,
Yes.
once Tiffany really broke us through with, hey, this is God wants us to live life without limits.
Yeah.
Like we're
Hmm.
putting our own limits on us. And then
Yes.
Dr. Owens really helped us see it was our mindset.
Hmm.
Our
Hmm.
mindset
Yes.
is making us poor. It's keeping us poor
Yes.
poor in spirit and poor in emotions and poor in our finances, poor in our relationships. You got to change your mindset if you want to live
Yes.
life without limits. And I thought that was such a powerful podcast with Dr. Owens.
Yes, Dr. Owens. Thank you again, Dr. Owens. We thank you for coming on as well and sharing your wisdom with us. But she also, one of the things that I like that she said was in regards to, going to therapy and going to counseling. You all, that is not a taboo. If you
It's
need
not.
it, then go ahead and get the help that you need. It's not a bad thing. And then watch this. You don't have to be going through something in order to
Mhm.
seek out therapy and counseling. If you are in a good place and you just want to continue to be in a good place, sometimes you need to be able to just talk to someone to kind of get you on track. You may say life coach, I say therapist. So
That's
that's still
true.
someone that's kind of guiding you and letting you know, like, nope, don't go down that road, go down this road. Here are some tools, here are some strategies for you. And then those of you all who may need, therapy and counseling, it's plenty of resources that are out
It
there. It's plenty. And you just have to make sure that you are doing the work with finding those resources. It's okay to talk to your girlfriends and talk to your guy friends, but sometimes you got to get past them and you have to seek help. And one thing that I did find out, well, I actually knew this for a few years, a lot of our jobs actually offer free services.
They do. They do.
So go to your human resource department or your benefits department and ask them what are some of those services that they actually offer. Don't be afraid or don't let the cost stop you. Seek out free services that may be available to you to get the help that you need. But
Yeah.
no, that was a good one. That was a good episode.
I really did. I like that. And like Karan said, therapy is not taboo. It's
Yes.
really good to sometimes you have to talk to someone and get ways to cope with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Something that Dr. Owens has really been teaching and really helping our community understand is
Mm-hmm.
we see things through our trauma, and
Yes.
that's how we respond to things. We
Mm-hmm.
have to change sometimes the way we respond. So you want to upgrade your life, you definitely have to upgrade your mind.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And then right after that, y'all, we had Apostle Krishanda
Hmm.
Burgos,
Hmm.
Krishanda Burgos. She came on and wrecked us in regards to upgrading
Powerful.
our relationship with God. Now, if you all have been following Irene and I for any length of time, you know that we have a relationship with God. Y'all, we're going to talk about the Lord Jesus Christ on this good podcast.
Yes.
Yes, we are. Now, we're going to talk about clothes and makeup and our favorite food and our favorite things, but we're going to talk about the Lord Jesus because he is the best thing that is popping in both of our lives. Okay? But she taught us, or she talked about, and she shared with us in regards to upgrading our relationship with God and finding community and finding a group of people that's around a group of people to surround yourselves with that is believing the same thing as you. You need those that are around you that have a relationship with Christ. So when you kind of get off the track, you need that brother or sister that's going to bring you right back on. So you need to make sure that you have good community and those that are around you. And then also finding that good church home.
Right. Hmm. Absolutely. No, I thought I love Apostle Krishnanda. Like
Yes.
she is definitely a mentor to me,
Hmm.
when
Yeah.
it comes to that building that relationship with God,
Hmm.
really more so in finding and operating
Yes.
in your purpose. So I love that we
Yeah.
were able to get her on. I thought she did
Yes.
an amazing job. And then
Yes, she
our next
did.
podcast was with Pastor Cam Smith. I thought
Yes.
that just upgrading your self-care was amazing. She gave us some really good
Yes.
tips on how to upgrade our self-care.
Yes.
We have to take care of ourselves, women. We take care of everybody else, and we make
Absolutely.
ourselves last. I was literally just telling Kiran before we started recording, like,
Hmm.
I gotta make some, where I just put a line in the sand of certain things that I'm just
Yes.
not gonna take and I'm not gonna do. And I think she
Yes.
did a great job with helping us understand and know it is okay to take
Hmm.
care of yourself first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then doing it not you know, I don't know if you go and you get a massage or you may get your nails done a couple of times a month, you get a massage done, every other month or twice a year, whatever your schedule may be, or you may not even do that at all, but it's not even going that far. It's about just taking time for yourself. And one of the questions that I did ask was, how often do you need to, do self-care? And she said every day, even
Every
if it's
day.
15 minutes of your day. You need that time with just you and yourself. Me, myself, and I, you, yourself, and I. It just needs to be just you
Got to.
alone. Taking a bath, telling the kids, don't knock on this door, leave me alone. If you have to sit in the car for the first 15 minutes before you go into the house, then do that just as long as you're taking some type of time for yourself every day. So
Yeah,
again, it's not just our nails, getting a pedicure, getting a massage. It's just time to yourself. So no, she did an awesome job. She did an awesome, awesome job. And then right after that, we had upgrading your lifestyle with two of our favorite besties, Tawana Williams and Stephanie Jones. They actually came on and they shared just little things that you can do to upgrade your personal
yeah.
lifestyle. So that one was a really good thing. And it goes back to you. What it is you need to do, the changes that you need to make in your lifestyle. Whether it's like, hey, the way that I'm going to upgrade my lifestyle is getting further in my education. I might go back to school to finish your bachelor's, go and get your master's or get your doctorate degree or get some type of certificate, or you taking a vacation every year. These are commitments that you are making to yourself to better your lifestyle.
I thought that they gave some really good points. One of the things that Stephanie said,
Hmm.
because we didn't get a chance to do a dedicated show to
Yeah.
finances, but
Hmm.
one of the things that Stephanie pointed out was when you upgrading your lifestyle, make sure you have the finances to do it. Because
Yes,
the
she did.
upgrade is literally just what that is. You're making something better, bigger,
Hmm.
you're going to the
Yeah.
next level. You know,
Yes.
you are going from level two to level one. You're just
Hmm.
upgrading your status.
Yeah.
You're living your best life. You
Yes.
definitely want to make sure that as you're living your best life, that your
Yes.
finances can afford that, because I don't want you to live your best life and you're poor. Like you have the best clothes on and the best purse and the best car and you cannot pay for it. So
Yeah.
really want
Yes.
to make sure,
Yes.
and that's something that's out was just making sure that you upgrade your finances. And
Yes.
I think that along that line, this wasn't a show, but along that line is making sure that your credit is aligned with that
Hmm.
as well. So,
Absolutely.
Stephanie and Tawana definitely gave us some good nuggets in how
Hmm.
to. I know Tawana was talking about, her traveling. I noticed
Yes.
she has a great balance when it comes to her family, her friends,
Yes. Hmm.
her church. She's able to balance that effortlessly, and she makes sure that she takes that time to travel when she wants to, spend time singing with her friends, and then spending time
Yes.
with her husband. And that's really how you upgrade your life, is having like a
Hmm.
great balance and doing those things that you want to do. And Tawana really gave some good nuggets on that as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We do thank both of them as well for
Yeah.
coming on. And then right after that, it was upgrading your marriage with
Mm-hmm.
Bishop Virgil and Lady Ira Brackett. We
Yes.
thank them for coming on. Y'all, they got us together. Yes, they did.
I just
Yes,
loved
they did.
their
Hmm.
outlook on, marriage. I think,
Yes.
marriage is very personal, to
Hmm.
the individual couples, right? And I
Yeah.
like some
Hmm.
of the things that they said, and how, Lady Ira Brackett said she understands the tenor of her home. Like, you know,
Yes.
comes in, that ain't the time to like bum rush,
Yes.
and tell him
Absolutely.
everything,
Hmm.
very wise.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I thought about that too. I mean, um, yeah, I'm the same way. But this is the thing. Me and Mitchell talk on the phone all day. I don't understand how we able to get anything done. We are literally on the phone
Yes.
whenever we're away from each other.
Hmm.
However, one of the things that I noticed, for us, I really love when my husband's able to come home and it's peaceful and it's
Yes.
quiet and he got a meal or a clean house. He got to come home to something. And then vice
Right.
versa, if he's home and I'm not, he's gonna make sure that things are in place when I get home, because then we're able
Yes.
to have if we have to have a hard conversation, it makes it easier.
Yes. Yes. And then also with them, they talked a lot about, making sure that you do the work within
Uh,
yourself prior to, if you can, prior to you saying, I do. Do the work within yourself because you don't want to bring in old memories, past trauma from relationships into the new relationship. So make sure that you are doing the work first. And then even if you are already married, it's not too late. You can still do the work.
Still do the work.
So
Yeah.
I love the fact is that they shared that you can still get the work done, whether you are doing it individually or sometimes you need to do it together, coming together, making sure that you and your husband or you and your wife are on the same page. So they did share a lot of wisdom with us and a lot of advice with us concerning upgrading your marriage. We're going to have them on again, y'all, because it wasn't enough time. It
It
wasn't enough
really
time.
wasn't. And we
Hmm.
went long and we
Yes,
still had
yes.
more questions because this the thing,
Hmm.
Ron and I, we want to hear the male
Yes.
perspective.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
think that it's just refreshing to hear another point of view. And they're a gracious couple, so we're definitely gonna have them back.
Absolutely. Y'all, if you all have not watched these episodes, if you've missed some of these, they are on YouTube if you want to watch us. But if you want to listen to us, don't forget, we are actually we're on Spotify, we're on iTunes, we are on what's some of the other
iHeartRadio,
ones? We're on iHeartRadio. It's one more.
Amazon.
Amazon. I knew that. We're on Amazon as well. So listen to us in the car while you at work, wherever you are at, while you're cleaning your house, while you're taking a jog, taking your morning walk, afternoon walk. You can always catch us. Then our next guest was Dr. Jennifer Beard, and not doctor, I'm sorry. I don't know if I spoke that. Pastor Jennifer Beard. She came on and she talked about upgrading your style.
Amazing. She has a
Yes,
great
yes,
style.
yes, yes, yes. So she gave us a lot of tips on it's not always about going out and buying a whole new wardrobe. You can actually upgrade your style with just the pieces that you have in your closet.
Yeah.
Putting that cute sweater with the jeans with the blazer, you can kind of mix things up. And it's
Mhm.
funny how one of the things that she shared was, yeah, you may have, all of the name brands, but you don't have to do
No, you don't.
Louis.
No. Uh-uh.
You don't have to do that. She was like, you ain't got to do all the Louis at one time.
Right.
Just do a piece here
Just
or
do
a
a
piece
piece,
there.
statement
Yeah,
piece.
having a statement piece. Yes, kind of mix things up. You can mix it
Mhm.
up.
Yep. I do like that too. And then I like the fact that she was like, have that little black dress that you can wear. Everybody needs that little black dress. Everybody needs
Yes.
that white button down, that
Yes.
blazer
Mm-hmm.
that you can go to the office. You can go from day to night. She did give
Yep.
different ideas of how you can go from day to night. I thought that was good. As
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
like Karan said, I don't want to see you from Fendi from head to toe. I don't want to see that. And I think that most people with money, you're not gonna see them
Oh, you're
with
not.
labels from.
Mm-mm.
They said that wealth whispers, so you
Yes.
want to whisper it, right? So I
Mm-hmm.
thought that she gave us some really good tips on that too. And then one of the things she said is just being authentically yourself and
Yes.
developing your own style and being true
Mm-hmm.
to that. And I think that
Yes.
that's always good advice is just to being true to who you are and
Absolutely.
being authentically yourself because I think that people just want you to be you and they want you to show
Mm-hmm.
up. But like Kiran said, we're trying to upgrade our style. So I want to be myself, but I want to be my best self. So
Absolutely.
I
Yes.
thought that was great. And
Mm-hmm.
then I believe our last podcast was upgrading your business. And
Yes.
that was with Roxanne Charles. She's the president and CEO of Westside Forward. And she gave some really good business tips to business owners. If you're
Yes.
a business owner, or an aspiring entrepreneur, you should
Yes.
watch that podcast.
Yes, and I did like the fact is when she talked about the old school marketing, a lot of times, this day and time, we want to use social media. We kind of promote everything, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook.
But people don't know
Um,
how to do it the right way, though.
You said what now?
They're not doing it the right way. They're just
Right.
right.
Yeah,
They're just posting.
exactly. Exactly. But she said old school marketing is just as good. You know,
It
the
really is.
billboards. She said the newspaper articles. I was like, newspaper articles. The
Mm.
newspaper articles, and then the best marketing is word of mouth.
It is.
Because if your business is good, then and you gave me a good product or you gave me good service, I'm going to tell Irene. And then Irene is going to tell her friend. And then her
Yep.
friend is going to tell her friend. So
Yep.
that is how another way for your business to grow. It's not just about using social media, it's other ways of marketing. So I did like how she pointed that out.
But this is the thing, before it was social media, it was other traditional ways of marketing, and you can't abandon those
Yes.
tactics as well because, like
Mm-hmm.
I said, I mean, people do still have newspaper. Like our church gets the
Yeah.
Austin Weekly all the
Yeah.
time.
We do too,
You
child.
know, right? And so people still look through that. You can't
Mm-hmm.
abandon. People still watch TV. People are still listening to the radio.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
just gotta really see like where your audience is, and that's where
Mm-hmm.
make sure you spend most of your time. I really
Yeah.
liked how she talked about the automation. Sometimes I think we work hard and not smart.
Yeah.
Want to
Right.
work smart. So whatever you can automate, do whatever you
Mm-hmm.
can outsource, do. And that's something that I'm learning as an entrepreneur. I can't do everything. It's so much that I have on my plate.
Yeah.
I'm starting to work with people, and I'm so thank you, God, the people that
Yeah.
really want to help me because I can't do everything. And so
Mm-hmm.
learning how to outsource, learning how to automate, those things will definitely help you. Because as an entrepreneur, you want to be able to strategically think through growth plans and things like that.
Yes.
You can't do that when you're doing everything else. So
Yes. Absolutely.
I thought she gave us some great tips about that as well.
No, she did. She did. And one thing she did talk about as well was the different characteristics that you need to have in order to be a full-time entrepreneur. You do have to have time management. You got to have some financial skills. You know, you can't make $1,000 and spend your $1,000 that you just made. If you're talking about you, this is going to be it. You're going to do this all day. You have to be committed. You
Definitely.
really, and you have to be a straight up go getter to be a full time entrepreneur. If they don't respond today, you can't say, oh, well, I give up. No, you got to go back tomorrow and the day after that and put in another phone call and send another email. So you have to be consistent. It's several things, several characteristics that and qualities you need to have in order to become a full time entrepreneur.
My favorite motivational speaker, I
Mm-hmm.
love that he always says you got to have that dog, you got to have that fight, you know. And when I listen to him, I'm like, he's right. You got to have it. I believe that people either have it or they don't. Like you got to have
Yeah.
it. You got to have that thing. You got to have it.
Yeah.
And there's two people that come to mind that I
Mm-hmm.
personally worked with as entrepreneurs. They got it. Like one of them is a
Yeah.
guy. And he told me, he's like, I'm at it every day because I know that I gotta eat. And he has a wife and
Yeah.
kids, but he puts that work in. And when I say
Yeah.
like he's about to pay off like all his debt, like he has it. And you have to
Yeah.
have that thing that you got to be hungry for more because entrepreneurship is not for the weak.
It's not.
Will be you, it's constant rejection. But it's
Mm-hmm.
okay because you know you have to fail in order to succeed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
And
it's okay to be a dual. What did she say? A dualpreneur? Is that
mhm,
the right way to say it? Where you're actually working a 9 to 5 job, but then you're actually
active.
um being an entrepreneur as well. It's okay. Somebody got to work for the man or the woman. Okay. Watch
I do
this.
it.
You
Hmm.
want somebody to work for you? So
Yeah.
somebody has to actually be working for the other person, and it is okay. Don't think that you have failed if you don't have a job. That just might not be your calling. That is all right. You still making your 50, 60, 700, 100,000, $150,000, baby, do you. So just make sure that when you want to go into full-time entrepreneurship, that that is what you are supposed to be doing. Don't do it
But
because Sally doing. Doing it
right.
because that's what you are supposed to be doing.
And I
So
really
your
believe
business
in
can last.
got to,
Yes.
Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
That's I believe
Mm-hmm.
in multiple streams of income anyway.
Yeah.
So you
Mm-hmm.
should be working your business and your job until you work
Yeah.
yourself out of your job.
Yes. Absolutely.
Even on
Absolutely.
even as an entrepreneur, still thinking about
Mm-hmm.
ways to make income. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it. I think that was a good way to end our season. I think Roxanne
Mm-hmm.
really helped, because this is the thing, since COVID, entrepreneurship has doubled and you want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that your business stays relevant, you stay
Yeah.
relevant. So yeah,
Join
I
us next
definitely
week for
agree with
part
that.
two.
And then